Hello and welcome back to Get Great at Maths. I'm here to help you pass your maths exam, so hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to look at keywords, key formulas and how to gain top marks. So let's get ready to get great at maths. This is a question on long multiplication. Now the question is 3.2 times by 12. We've got to write our answer in the box provided, and this will give you 1 mark in the exam. Now this is quite a tricky question, just 1 mark. Now our key facts. We need to work out how to multiply this number without the decimal. So we're going to ignore this decimal point in here to start with and just going to work out the answer to 32 times by 12. So if you work out 32 times by 12 first, then once you've got your answer, you need to add your decimal point in at the end. So how many digits there are after the decimal point here is where the decimal point gets put in the end. So there's only 1 number behind the decimal point here. So that means there will be 1 number behind the decimal point in your final answer. Or another way of thinking about it is we multiplied this number by 10 to be able to do 32 times by 12, which means your final answer we need to divide by 10 in order to be able to work out where the decimal point goes. The 2 methods, we can use the column method or we can use the grid method in order to be able to multiply the 2-digit numbers together. Then put your decimal point in and get your answer and write it in the box. Press pause, have a go at working out the answer and press play when you're ready to hear the answer. Great work. Hopefully you've managed to come up with an answer. So to start with, we said we're going to ignore that decimal point. So we're going to look at the sum 32 times by 12. Now basically this number here has been multiplied by 10. So 32 times by 12, using the column method to start with, we put 32 and 12 above one another. So we start off with 2 by 2 on the right hand side, which is 4, gets written underneath. Bottom right times top left, 2 times 3 gives me 6. So I've multiplied the top 2 digits by the number in the bottom right hand corner. Next I'm going to multiply the top 2 digits by this number 1 here, but this isn't just a 1, it's actually a 10. So I've got to put a 0 in here when I multiply by 10. So it's like a magic 0 appears in here because it's not just for number 1, it's for number 10. But now I'm going to do 1 times 2 because I've already included that 0. And 1 times 2 goes here. And 1 times 3 goes here, giving me 64 plus 320. 4 plus 0 is 4. 6 plus 2 is 8. 3 plus nothing is 3. We're just going to get to this stage using both the column method and the grid method, and then I'll show you where the decimal point goes afterwards. So using the grid method, I can split the number 32 into 30 tens and 2 ones, and the number 12 into 1 10 and 2 ones. So I now do 30 times 10, which is 300. 30 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6, add a 0 is 60. 2 times 10 is 20. 2 times 2 is 4. Once I've got these digits here, 300, 60, 20 and 4, I'm going to add them. The zeros plus 4 is just 4. 6 plus 2 is 8. 3 plus nothing is 3. So my answer is the same, 384, whichever method you choose to use. Now, if it is a worth a 2 mark question, they will give 1 mark for using this method rather than the grid method. Now we've got to work out where the decimal point goes. Now remember in the question we multiplied this number by 10 to make it from 3.2 to 32. So I'm going to divide by 10 to get my answer. Or there is 1 number behind the decimal point here, so there has to be 1 number behind the decimal point here. So the decimal point goes after the last digit, so the decimal point was behind the 4. All the digits move 1 place to the right when we divide by 10, or the decimal point comes in between the 8 and the 4 to give you 38.4 for 1 mark. So there will be 1 number behind the decimal point because there was 1 number behind the decimal point here. It's always the same number. Give yourself a big tick if you got it correct. Great work, well done. The mark scheme on this question shows the answer is 38.4 for 1M, which is 1 method mark. If you found this video useful, please share, like and subscribe so we can all get great at maths. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to share, like and subscribe. Please follow Get Great at Maths on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook and X. What do you want to see next on Get Great at Maths? Please comment below. See you next time.